Good morning, friends. Welcome to our 60-second devotional. Today we are reading again from the book of Luke in the New Testament, one of the four Gospels of the New Testament, specifically Luke 4:29. And I'm going to be double fisting here today because it's that kind of morning. They got up, drove him out of the town, and led him to the brow of the hill on which their town was built, so that they might hurl him off the cliff. Yeah, that really was the Bible I just read. Shocking, I know. So just a quick backstory on how we got right there. So in Luke chapter 4, I think it's roughly verses 16 through 30, Jesus returns to his hometown of Nazareth, and he goes to the synagogue where he reads from the scroll of Isaiah. He declares, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me," and he then proclaims good news for the poor, freedom for the oppressed, and the year of the Lord's favor. So at first people are amazed, but when Jesus challenges their sense of entitlement and reminds them that God's blessings have often gone to outsiders, their amazement turns to rage, and they try to drive him out of town and throw him off a cliff. It's a powerful moment that shows just how quickly admiration can turn to rejection when truth confronts comfort. So let's talk about that today. I was thinking about that verse and church hurt. And so I want to talk about surviving church hurt today. You know, that kind that really kind of cuts deep when people who were supposed to reflect God's love didn't do that. When your identity, your questions, or your story were met with silence, shame, or rejection. If that's your story, I want you to know you're not alone. Even Jesus was rejected in his hometown by the religious leaders, by the very people who should have known better. Luke 29 says they tried to drive him out of the synagogue and throw him off a cliff. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, I've been driven out of a few churches in my day. It sounds familiar to me. But hear this part, okay? People's failure to love you well does not in any way reflect the heart of God. God's love is wider than any church wall. It's deeper than any theology that tried to erase you. And it's more faithful than the ones who turned away. Beloveds, your story doesn't end in exile. You're still called. You're still worthy. And you're still held. God has not left you. God is healing you. Amen.